Hello Varlets, the day has finally arrived where the update to close the year is finally here. In this video, I'll be showing you what you can expect from this update that takes us into the open outdoors so that we may clear our heads, think about our actions and atone for our sins. There will be lots of fixes and quality of life updates along with some balance changes, so let's get it on. As is the namesake of the patch, we're getting a new mini campaign, The Road to No Man's Land. Like the battle for Tertium, you will be playing through specific missions in a connected narrative, unlocking the next chapter as you go. The Road to No Man's Land begins with the Mobian 53rd fending off a hijacking via the Rolling Steel operation. This then takes us into Exercise Vault Spire Site 13, which then leads to the final chapter in the brand new Operation No Man's Land. I haven't spoken much about this new map, but I really do love the change in atmosphere it brings. Narrow hallways, plain open areas and holes everywhere makes this a fun mission to play as you traverse the scarred battlefield through waves of entrenched enemies. Can't wait to see all the Kree cosplayers banding together to take on this operation. This mini campaign will also come with 3 new penances for completing the campaign on various difficulties. The Road to No Man's Land, along with the new map itself, is a permanent addition and will always be accessible. And if you want to play the new map without playing the mini campaign, the map will constantly be available on the mission board for a week after its release. After that, it will be part of the regular rotation pool. Moving on, we've got the totally unexpected new Ogryn personality called the Heavy. This is apparently a treat to celebrate Darktide's 3-year anniversary, and so Fat Shark has brought in everyone's favourite Tim Bentinck, who is known for his role as Victor Saltspire in the Vermintide series. Here is a sample of the voice.
How could this happen?
Oops, wrong Heavy.
Keep your peepers open, sweethearts. Oh, feel like I've been here before. Here, we ain't lost, are we?
This update also brings with it a new event that follows the Stolen Rations one, the Day of Atonement. Apparently, us winning the previous event by saving rations was a little bit of a mistake, as hab blocks are now teeming with infected denizens. As a consequence of our misjudgment, we must atone for them by praying at blessed altars and scouring the city for any holy relics we can bring back. In this event, there will be shrines dotted throughout the mission which are protected by the ritualists, similar to the end of the Dark Communion mission. Killing them and breaking free the shrine allows us to engage with it, and it will trigger a horde to rush towards your location. I'm not sure if a boss is a guaranteed spawn as well, but a Beast of Nurgle promptly showed up at mine right after. Throughout the mission, there will be items on the floor which you can pick up that will add to your event progress. As for the rewards, this is an event that will grant you 500 Aquilas if you complete it, along with a pretty nice insignia. Speaking of nice looking things, this update also brings with it a new rotation in the Commodore's Vestures and a new regimental pack, Athonian Tunnel Rats. Not sure if I pronounced that correctly. Now, I don't know much about this regiment, but some light reading tells me that they are suited for and are one of the best close quarters urban combat fighters of the Imperial Guard. Can't wait to have a closer look. Now, let's talk about some fixes and tweaks coming with this update, starting with Havoc. The key changes coming have to do with the Rotten Armor, Contaminated Stims, and Encroaching Garden modifiers. For Rotten Armor, apparently it wasn't working correctly before, where it was also supposed to work against melee damage as well, but then after crossing below 25% health, the enemy in question would then take 25% more damage. I think this is going to make the modifier harder since Rotten Armor Crushers are going to be front-loaded with stupidly high damage resistance against both melee and range attacks. I'm not so sure whether this fix is a good thing in this case. But what is a good thing are the changes coming to the Contaminated Stims modifier, specifically for the blue stim. They are moving the stagger resistance of it to the red stim instead, so now the red stim provides an increased attack speed, reduced stagger duration, and increased stagger resistance. Surely that won't be a pain to deal with. The damage resistance of the blue stim is also being lowered from 80% to 60%. The good news is that seemingly indestructible blue stim rages won't be so much of a thing anymore. The bad news is that there are probably going to be no brakes on a red stim rager train coming at you like a blender on wheels. The last change being made is reducing the health regeneration from the Encroaching Garden modifier. Previously, it healed a static 1200 health per second to all enemy types. Now, the healing will be adjusted based on which enemy's armor type is being healed. Here is a table to capture the impact of the changes. As you can see, the most problematic enemies have had their healing rates lowered, reducing the likelihood of facing an impossible situation where enemies just won't die. That being said, I think Rotten Armor and Garden Modifier together is still going to be a bit of a challenge, seeing how much tankier Crushers technically are now with the added melee resistance. Oh boy, this season of Havoc is going to be a roller coaster, I think. Anyway, next up we have some general tweaks as well as some quality of life changes coming in. First and foremost, we are getting the ability to deselect our Blitz, aura and abilities within the talent tree without needing to reset the entire page. I know that there's a mod for this, but it's good to see that such a big quality of life update is finally making it into the base game, especially for build crafters like me who like to mess around with talents a lot. Speaking of which, our HUD is also getting an update too. We'll be able to see which team members could be in need of different pickups. So for classes that don't use ammo, or use peril-based blitzers, or non-grenade blitzers, we'll be getting a better idea on who could use what. Slowly, but surely, we're getting bits and pieces of the numeric UI mod implemented. Moving on, something interesting that I didn't expect to see included are streak bonuses based on difficulty for experienced players who are looking to make a new character. Basically, if you have other characters that have unlocked a higher difficulty and you are playing a new character, you'll receive a small bonus for each mission won. This will probably come in the form of materials and EXP. This bonus is doubled if you have 2 other characters with that same difficulty level. You will start receiving a winning streak bonus on your 3rd consecutive win and maintain it until you face defeat. So judging from the wording, it sounds like this is only meant for when you are in your period of climbing up the difficulty ranks again, as you would with a brand new character. I guess this is to help accelerate the ranking up process for getting your character to level 30. The Pyskhanium has also gotten some new goodies. The Plasma Gunner, Mutated Poxwalker, and Infected Mobian 21st have been included into the mix. For class balance, there is only a couple of changes. For the RBT's class, Lone Wolf now has a different value for grenade regeneration for the Shock Mines and the RBT's grenade, being 90 seconds and 60 seconds respectively. The Veteran Mark III Shovel had its hitboxes, damage window, and range tweaked and improved. And the Dueling Sword just had its special action description updated to show that Psychers incur a peril cost when using it. What follows this are some bug fixes and known issues. I'll just go through some of the more eye-catching ones. Fixed various talent buffs presenting missing information in the tactical overlay or not showing up in the HUD at all. Fixed an issue where Fury of the Faithful, the Zealot's charge, could lose its empowered attack due to ongoing damage instances like bleed. Fixed an issue where Just a Dream was converting way more peril than intended and it didn't trigger effects such as Quietude. Some known issues include some of the descriptions on the Hive Scum's abilities are missing. If you want to check out the full list of bug fixes, tweaks and known issues, please feel free to take a look at the patch notes for yourself. With that, we've come to the end of this video. This update and the incoming hotfix for the known issues is likely to be the last update we get for the year. At least between the new map, event, and the release of the Hive Scum, we'll be kept busy over Christmas and into the new year. So, thank you all for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Varlets.